MMA Locker Room here with Tony Picks, and we're about to go over UFC 313 and see which fights are going to finish and which fights are going to go the distance. And always, I'm going to give you guys the best over and unders on every single fight prediction and give you guys the best betting numbers. Always, if you guys want to see my exclusive picks, my best bets for this card, what you need to do is hit my premium picks up right here on Tony Picks, and you can see exactly what we're betting on exclusively, okay? So you guys can get the best round props, the best underdogs. Hey, sometimes even in the write-ups, I might even leave you guys like an extra parlay to get you paid. All right, let's go ahead and get it started, man. But before we do, how'd you guys do last week? Last week, let's talk about it. We went 7-3 on our fights to finish and predictions to go the distance. And hey, man, can't complain. On our premiums, we were 1-1. I mean, we didn't like a lot of stuff out there for you guys, so we didn't give you guys too much to eat on. But the stuff that we did, we cashed. We got that over. We got the under and the 1.5 in that Marquez fight. Charles Johnson, man. He just left us at the altar, man. He turned it up in the third round, but then just didn't do anything in them first earlier rounds. How'd you guys do last week, man? And let me know. Who you guys betting on this week? Alex Pereira or Ankalaev? Man, why do I keep saying that? Magomed Ankalaev, bro. I keep mixing up the first name with the letter. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get it started. First fight of the night. All right, we got Djorden Santos taking on Ozzy Diaz. Okay, Djorden Santos -2-1 favorite, but they got the over 2.5 set at a +124. They got the under 2.5 at a -160. Now, look, the reason why this one's going to be juiced to the under is because Ozzy Diaz has been finished in multiple fights that he had in the UFC. He's 0-2. Santos has that one-punch ability to put people out as well, man. Came out impressive in his first fight on the Dana White Contender Series as a big underdog. I think this one ain't going the distance, and I think the favorite gets his hand raised in this one. All right, next fight taking place. We got Gutierrez taking on Castaneda. It's a pick 'em on both of these fighters, okay? You got the talented kickboxer and Castaneda, who has a karate type of stance, who can mix in takedowns, right? Averages about, what, 2 takedowns per fight. And Gutierrez is one of the more deadliest leg kickers out there. He has multiple wins by leg kick KOs. The over is 2.5 rounds and is set at a -345. Now look, folks, this fight's going the distance. That's why it's chalked. It's a pick'em on the fighter price tag because, to be honest, it could go either way. Me, I'm going fight to go the distance in this one, man. It's hard to get a good read on this fight. This fight just got put together on short notice too. So let me know in the comments below which way you guys are leaning. But give me the fight going the distance in that one, definitely, man. All right, man. Next fight that we got on the card, we got Mairon Santos taking on Francis Marshall. Mairon Santos 3-1 favorite on the books. Talented striker out there coming from the LFA promotion. Francis Marshall is an overall good fighter. He mixes in about 2.5 takedowns per fight. His striking is decent. Averages about 3.4 strikes landed per minute. But Santos just has that one-punch ability, man. And, you know, he seems like he's as advertised. Let's talk about the over and under. The over is at 2.5 rounds at -210, and the under is going to be +160, under 2.5. I could definitely see this one getting to the distance. I could see Marshall using his wrestling, getting him down to the ground a couple of times. I want to say two to 3 times at most, maybe like 4 to 5 minutes time control throughout the whole fight. But I do think this one goes to the scorecards, and I do think I like Francis Marshall, but not in this spot. I don't think that he's going to have enough to account for the powerful punches that Santos is going to be hitting him with and countering with. And I've seen Santos fight other good credited wrestlers before. He was able to shut those takedowns. Let's take fight going the distance. Next fight taking place, Alex Morono taking on Carlos Leal. All right, big favorite, Carlos Leal, -700. They got the over 2.5 set at -105. The under 2.5 set at a -125. I think this gets over 2.5. Alex Morono is a tough veteran who's gone out there with the likes of plenty of other great fighters besides Carlos Leal. But I do lean that Leal will get the job done. And if he does, I will think it will probably be in that late third round. So in here, man, it's tricky, man. But in here, I'm going to go ahead and say fight not going the distance. Let's go ahead and get it started on the next one, man. Bruno Ferreira taking on Armen Petrosyan. Armen Petrosyan, slight favorite, minus 135 on the books. They got the under 1.5 set at a minus 166. In other words, they don't see this one going the distance based on those implemented odds. Now, look, Bruno Ferreira is a powerful striker who has a little bit of jiu-jitsu in his back pocket that he could always rely on and roll out. But he seems like he doesn't do that in these fights. If he wants to make this an easier fight, that's what he needs to do. Because Armen Petrosyan is a talented kickboxer who struggles with takedowns. So if you're able to get him down to the ground, that's where you're able to win. So if you guys are looking for a big dog, to come through barking, Bruno Ferreira could be that one, definitely on this card, for you guys, because I do think that he has a game plan to where it can kind of isolate him. But if he's not able to clinch and get him down to the ground, man, I think Armen Petrosyan could win by decision in this one as well. All right, next fight. But in here, I'm going to say fight not going the distance. Yeah, that's my pick. Armen Petrosyan and Bruno Ferreira, this fight ain't going the distance. All right, next fight taking place. We got Joshua Van taking on Rei Tsuruya. All right, this is going to be a good one, man. Joshua Van minus 170 on the books. Underdog coming in at plus 142. All right, let's talk about it. They got the over set at 2.5 rounds, and that's at a minus 188. Joshua Van has been proven to go to the later rounds in a lot of his fights. Rei Tsuruya is a talented Japanese wrestler who's been to the scorecards in his first UFC fight against Carlos Hernandez as well. I think this one gets to the scorecards, and I actually think the dog has a real good chance in here to go out there and isolate Van with takedowns, and but you can't keep Van down. That's the thing. Van's been taken down in multiple fights, and it seems like he just gets up. The striking on Van is going to be a little bit too much for Rei to just keep on the feet and not get those takedowns. So it's either going to be a Joshua Van decision in this one. That's what I could see probably happening. But I like the fight to go the distance as well. All right. Next fight taking place. Curtis Blaydes taking on Rizvan Kuniev. Curtis Blaydes, big favorite, minus 340. Plus 270 for the dog. Over 2.5, plus 100. Under 2.5, minus 130. All right, so in this one, I got to go with the under, man. I don't think this fight's going the distance. This is going to be Kuniev's first UFC debut coming from the Dana White Contender Series. He's a big fighter that has a lot of question marks because he's been popped with multiple steroids out there. And Curtis Blaydes, he can finish fighters on the feet. He can finish them with ground and pound, or he can be finished. So in this one, give me the under. Give me the fight not going the distance in this one. All right, next fight taking place. King Green taking on Mauricio Ruffy. Mauricio Ruffy minus 450 on the books. This is going to be one of the better fights on the card from a striking perspective. Both these guys that got styles that you guys want to see in the cage. They got the over 1.5 set at a minus 200. Under 1.5 at a plus 154. I like the over in this one. I think Bobby Green can go out there and stay out of harm's way at least for like 2 rounds, but that's the thing. If he gets hit with them hands down, all it takes is one punch from Ruffy, because he does have that one punch power. And King Green coming off of a couple of losses in his last couple of fights, but that durability is always a question mark after he did get dropped against Drew Dober in a fight that he was winning the whole time. I like the over 1.5 in this one though, and I actually think this one's going to the scorecards as well. So give me the fight to go the distance in this one, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see King Green surprise some people out there on them scorecards if it goes there. All right, man. Next fight taking place. We got Amanda Lemos taking on Iasmin Lucindo. Iasmin Lucindo, slight favorite, minus 130 on the books. Money's coming in on the dog. They got the over 2.5 set at a minus 270. Under 2.5 plus 200. Think this one's going the distance. But Iasmin Lucindo is a girl who's been to the scorecards in multiple fights. Amanda Lemos is a tough veteran, but she does have that submission type of skills to where if Iasmin Lucindo is putting her head down there, leaving it there, man, Amanda Lemos is going to grab that neck real quick. But Amanda Lemos, she's been multiple 5-round fights, I want to say, before. So she's going to know how to win, or just how to fight to last at least 15 minutes. And I think Iasmin Lucindo gets it there as well. So give me the fight to go the distance in this one. All right, next fight taking place. Jalin Turner taking on Ignacio Bahamondes. Best fight on the card, if you ask me. You got Jalin Turner, slight underdog plus 110, 130 on Bahamondes. Both these guys are talented strikers, okay? 6'3" for the division. And the finishability on Jalin Turner, you have to look at it. But the cardio, the durability on Ignacio Bahamondes is something that he has going in his favor as well. Let's talk about the over and under. They got the over 1.5 at a minus 188. Under is going to be plus 145. I don't think this one's going the distance, folks. I think both these guys want to go out there and put a statement, and I think they want to do it early in this fight, man. I'm going to be honest with you guys. That over being chalked at 1.5 rounds, some people's going to see that and say, oh, yeah, I can see that. Me, I can't. I'm going to go ahead and take the under. I'm going to take the fight not going the distance for sure. And I wouldn't be surprised if that under 1.5 hits at plus 145 as well. So, yeah, man, that's the way I'm leaning in that one. All right, next fight taking place. Justin Gaethje taking Rafael Fiziev in a rematch that already happened before. Rafael Fiziev's the favorite in this one, though. Justin Gaethje won their first matchup, okay? In that matchup, Rafael Fiziev was the favorite, minus 180 on the books. Now he's back being the favorite and he lost. But this is the thing. Justin Gaethje was supposed to have another opponent, Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker pulled out. In comes Rafael Fiziev. They got the over 2.5 at a minus 130. Under 2.5 at a plus 100. That's the way I'll lean, man. I like the over 2.5 in here. Fiziev is coming off of an injury to where I think he's going to be a little bit hesitant to throw. And Justin Gaethje's coming off a fight to where he just got knocked out cold. So I think we're going to just have a little bit more calculated strikes from both these fighters. And both of these guys already fought before, so they know what type of power they both possess. Give me the over in this one. I think the fight's going the distance as well. Main event time. All right, man, let's talk about it. Magomed Ankalaev is taking on Alex Pereira. Magomed Ankalaev, I was able to go see that fight against Jan Blachowicz when he fought for the title against Jan Blachowicz, and it was labeled a draw. The other hand, you got Alex Pereira on this one, man. And Alex Pereira is that guy, man. He's the boogeyman. You see him out here, man. All right. It was a pick-em on both these guys' price tag. You have Magomed Ankalaev that opened up the favorite. Now, Pereira is the favorite, right? Minus 118. You got the over 2.5 at a minus 166. The under 2.5 at a plus 130 in a 5-round fight. I like the over 2.5. I think it's going to get there. And now look, when we talk about this matchup, the ways to Alex Pereira to get his hand raised is going to be this, man. Go out there, kick the leg of Magomed Ankalaev. Magomed Ankalaev has struggled before when people has took that leg kick out of there, right? So with that being said, kick the leg kick, get that left hook going, and try to stabilize everything you can on the feet. Don't let it go to the ground. If you're Magomed Ankalaev out there, you just got to go out there and flow and be way more offensively aggressive within the first 5 minutes, man. It seems like in that Blachowicz fight, I was even watching it and thinking like, man, what is he doing? When is he going to start fighting? He didn't start fighting to that 3rd round. And here, you can't wait like that. You got to go out there and push the pace, okay? Look, everybody's saying mixing wrestling, mixing takedowns. He really doesn't do that. That's not really his game plan. I don't look for him to just go out there and just shoot openly and blindly in this game. I do look for him to strike. And when that opportunity comes, he's going to clinch onto something and just roll smoothly and transition into a takedown, okay? Now, look, for me, I'm going to go ahead and give it out, man. I think Ankalaev could get this one done. And I think he can get it done in the 4th round as well. That's going to be my prediction on the exact pick. Now, the over and under, I do like the over 2.5. And I actually think this one can get to the scorecards. So, yeah, man, that's the way I'm leaning on this fight card. What are you guys leaning on? What are you guys betting on? Let's give you guys a parlay to get you guys paid so we could go ahead and, keep it going. All right, man. I'm going to go ahead and go with Curtis Blaydes and Mairon Santos. Yeah. Give me Curtis Blaydes and Mairon Santos. Put them two together. Nice little decent price tag to go ahead and put you one big, bet on it. Because this card, you got some good money spots, some good money dogs. But let me know exactly what you guys are betting on. MMA Locker Room here. We just went over all the fights that's going to finish and the fights that's going to go the distance over here at Tony Picks.
This is Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com. If you're looking for Mills's best bet and premium picks, be sure to click the link below in the description. It takes you right here to Mills' handicapper profile page where you can find his best bets and premium picks. Scroll down for Mills' packages. You'll see one-day passes. Also, you'll see 3-packs as well as best bets. Are all one-day pick packages are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or the credits used are returned to your account. That is profit guaranteed. Scroll down further and you'll find Mills' long-term passes. These are not profit guaranteed because they're sold at such a discount. All long-term subscribers will receive members' plays by 11 a.m. Eastern Time, but our handicappers can work throughout the betting cycle looking for winners for our long-term subscribers. Late Steam feature will grant long-term subscribers picks throughout the betting cycle. Our handicappers can put in premium picks between 10 minutes and 2 hours of our game time. Those picks are tagged as Late Steam and emailed to you using the email used to sign up. Scroll further down, you'll find individual picks for sale, as well as a complete list of all of Mills' documented picks in our archive. All picks archived at Tony'sPicks.com, so you can verify all these results. So go ahead and get signed up.